Social advocacy has its roots in the Latin word to speak on behalf of. So people, when they speak up on something or speak on behalf of it, they're really taking a stand or a position. And the reason they do that is because of some concern that has driven them to that. So normally you don't speak up and take a stand unless something has really pushed you to it. Most people advocate almost as a last measure as opposed to the first measure. So typically advocates arise out of social conditions that are worrisome for some reason. Something isn't to people's liking, and so they speak up. And there are a whole range of social issues that people have advocated for. And typically they don't do it alone either. They do it in conjunction with others. So there's various forms of individual advocacy where individuals speak up, but there are also collective forms of advocacy. And in the broadest sense, these are social movements. And the social movement really isn't that everybody's on the same page, but they, by and large, are moving in similar directions, and they link up and then sometimes join their voices together. So the causes for them to speak up, of course, vary, but there is a strong similarity in the almost in their unhappiness with conditions. That really is the beginning of some kind of effort at advocacy. Well, advocacy is important because it draws attention to something that's not getting sufficient or adequate attention. If people weren't able to advocate, then many unjust, unfair, unreasonable things would be allowed to prevail. And we can sometimes stop those things by speaking up if there's enough opposition to them. But where there is no independent advocacy or the capacity to speak up, then it breeds a kind of unfairness, or it entrenches it, both really. And so we're lucky to live in countries where you're allowed to speak up, because even in our countries there is a kind of pushback if you speak up. There may be a price for speaking up, but the cost to people is so much less than in countries where they come and arrest you and take you away and that sort of thing. So advocacy is a great gift in an open society. It really helps regulate the worst elements of society by giving people a chance to push back.